Hey YouTube, it's a brand new year and we have brand new games to play, y'all. Here are 3 of them that you absolutely do not want to miss out on here in 2025 as we are almost 2 months into the brand new year. First off, we have Path of Exile 2. Developer GGG has released its second ARPG juggernaut and oh my god is it a good one. Clocking in at a paltry $30 price tag for paid early access, Path of Exile 2 has already blown my dollar per hour of entertainment scale out of the water with 168 hours currently invested. And I can only imagine that number is going to grow as it makes its way through EA in full release. Somebody please take this needle out of my arm. I need to eat and sleep. Currently, with 6 out of an eventual 12 classes of characters available with their own unique upgrades, and 6 of 12 weapons currently accessible, the game already has customations galore going for it as you level up and make your way through the current 3 acts released, and subsequently another run through those same 3 acts with the difficulty ratcheted up a bit. You'll find an almost infinite number of approaches to tackle the game. Finding new and exciting ways to break your build or improve it is the entire point of this game. So, do you like to experiment like you're in your teens again and you found the flavor you like when it comes to naked time? Oh yeah, Path of Exile is waiting for you, and it's giving you them bedroom eyes, baby. This bad boy is grind, grind, and more grind. R. Kelly doesn't see anything wrong with it. There's a damn good chance you're going to find yourself saying just one more map as you try and get that next piece of gear that'll ratchet your character up to the next tier of the power scaling hierarchy. It's likely not going to get old either. Unlike a lot of ARPGs, you actually have to play Path of Exile 2, with your options being either the traditional mouse control that you're all used to with titles like Diablo and games that came before this. You also have the option of using WASD movement. What makes this really killer is that you have to pay attention to enemies and your health, as some spots when you play this one kind of feels like you're playing Dark Souls, particularly when you're facing off with the bosses. This is where the WASD movement really shines, because thinking on your feet and knowing when to dodge and when to move is a huge deal, and you can still keep your focus on them while you're using the WASD as your movement keys. I suppose I can also touch on the story that you can follow as you continue to lose your precious hours of life to this soul-sucking, time-consuming monster. So at least in the end, you can say, yeah, I know what this game's about. I totally paid attention to the narrative while I was trying to get that next sweet hit of smack. I mean, that item I was so investing on attaining. Lastly, while the game currently is 30 clams, as I stated earlier, it will be free to play when it leaves early access. So why pay the $30 now, you might ask? GGG is giving you equal value of their in-game currency for the 30 you drop for the EA. So what does that mean? Well, in the very likely event you get hooked and want more stash space or a new cosmetic or maybe a slot for your umpteenth character so you can experiment a little bit more, you'll be getting even more bang for your bucks. Yes, unfortunately, this game does have them their microtransactions, y'all. That should be absolutely no shock considering all the other games that came before this in the action RPG genre that absolutely nickel and dime you to death. And let's face it, this one's free, so giving them a little bit of a kickback for their hard work and what is a damn good game, you know what? I think it's a win-win. Oh, by the way, if you're enjoying this video so far, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button right now. Turn on those notifications so you can get more gaming content from your favorite old man. Next up on our list, we have Rift of the Necrodancer. You like other rhythm games? Developer Brace Yourself Games has got you covered. Serving as a spin-off to Crypt of the Necrodancer, Rift is a more traditional style rhythm game in the spirit of games like Dance Dance Revolution and Guitar Hero. Now, I know some of you probably know what those are. Just go ahead and, accept it for what it is. Featuring over 30 songs of varying genres, Rift is both addictive and an absolute blast to play. Each track can be completed on 4 different difficulties of increasingly complex inputs. The enemies you face in each song will be making their way down 3 different lanes, and the player will always be under the gun of reading their patterns and knowing when they're going to hit the input line. When they do hit the input line, you will be hitting the direction that you need to eliminate them from the song, but you're also going to have to adjust to them, requiring multiple hits in some instances. The goal is to do as best as you can and score as many points as possible by not missing inputs and increasing your score multiplier. You're awarded more points by hitting input in rhythm perfectly, and at the end of each song, provided you complete it, you'll be given an F to S grading on how well you've done. There are even global and friend leaderboards to see how you stack up against not only those closest to you, but to every person on the damn planet. Honestly, there's a lot of meat on the bone to what seems like a simple game. It has a story mode, a remix mode for every song that you can play on the track listing. There's also a practice mode for those that want to see an entire song through without risk of failure and having to start all the way over and not knowing what's coming up. And also a daily challenge you can engage in to see how you measure up against those who have also given it a crack. You're only going to get one shot on the daily mode though, so do the best as you can. No do-overs, no resets. So if you think you can stack up with the best, put your money where your mouth is and see where you fall on the leaderboard. As an added bonus, the devs have included a workshop tool with the game so that if you're playing on Steam, you can add your own music taken from outside sources to make levels or download creations of others. A really neat addition to a game that seems like it might be kind of static. We'll probably have some downloadable content as time goes on, but seeing people make their own creations with this is going to be really neat moving forward. Rift is currently 20 smackers US and worth every penny. Bopping to the original music while playing the game is an absolute treat. Bonus, the full OST is available on Spotify as well. You can find the link below. Now, before we get to our last game, what have y'all been playing out there? Something new that I might have overlooked? Get in those comments and tell me about them. Or even let me know what you guys are thinking about the games that we're taking a look at today in this video. I absolutely love talking to y'all about games, and I would love to see what you guys have to say. Now, our last game that y'all should be looking at right now, Sworn. You out there and you jonesing for a little bit more Hades and Zagreus, maybe? Maybe you're impatiently waiting for the adventures of his sister Melenoi in Hades 2. Or maybe, just maybe, you really fucking like isometric action roguelikes. Whatever the case may be, Sworn has got you covered. Brought to you by the devs at Windwalk Games, Sworn is easily the best of the Hades clones since Supergiant's game broke out and got everyone on the train. Take control of one of 4 different heroes in the employ of Wizard of Legend Merlin, as you try and take down a holy grail corrupted King Arthur. On your way to taking down the former hero turned despot, you'll fight other Knights of the Round Table and Gawain the Green Knight, Sir Percival, and a gender-swapped Sir/Lady Bedivere. Try not to get your panties in a twist out there, chuds. What? We're talking about a video game right now. Who cares if we have a knight with a sweet pair of cans, okay? True to its Hades-inspired roots, there is a ton of meta progress in this one. All 4 characters are going to see their power grow by using the Source. More health, more damage, more dashes, more treasure. You get the idea if you've ever played a game in this vein. In-run upgrades and additions can be found through Guinevere, like the potential to find health in some of the breakables lying around on each one of your runs. Each class has 4 weapons to unlock and master as well. These weapons can be further upgraded by Nemu to take on more properties such as a faster attack speed or more damage, just to name a couple. In addition, there are 4 unique spells for each hero as well. Both the weapons and the spells will be bolstered by the Fey gods you meet on any given run, much like the gods that you met in Hades as you made your way through the underworld with Zagreus. In Sworn, you're going to run into the different Fey gods like Mab, the Queen of Spiders, or Babda, the Dark Omen. Experimentation to find the big broken builds in this game is encouraged, just like the other titles in this genre, and that is by no means a bad thing. Bonus, really cool game fact, everyone, this one is multiplayer. Unlike any of the other games I've played of its ilk, Sworn offers you the ability to join 1 to 3 of your friends for a romp through Camelot trying to take down that prick Arthur. I've played both single and multiplayer, and I'm gonna be honest, it's all very, very fun. You also have 5 different difficulties in this one. So even if you're doing it alone or with buddies, doesn't really matter which, and you happen to be crushing everything, you can always ratchet it up a notch or 2 and see how you fare against the hordes of Camelot. All right, thanks for watching, folks. Once again, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and make sure you turn on your notifications so you can get more gaming content from me. Huge thanks to all my channel members and patrons as well. Y'all keep me here making these videos, and I am eternally grateful. If you do want to be one of those extra supporters, consider being a channel member or joining the Patreon as well. Y'all mean the absolute world to me, and I love doing these videos for y'all, and I really hope you find some good games as a result. Sincerely hope you guys all have a good rest of your day, and I will see you on the next one.